assessing reading comprehension difficulties of core science subject of senior high student of private school in Calamba City. So it is relevant and valuable area of research. It is essential to understand the specific challenges students face when it comes to reading and comprehending scientific texts, especially given the complex nature of core science subject. Now, to give feedback of this research, we have first the objectives of this research. Alright, the first objectives of this research is to identify the specific reading comprehension difficulties encountered by senior high students in understanding core science subject. This objective is clear and focused. It aims to pinpoint the specific areas where students struggle, which could include vocabulary, text structure, or the complexity of scientific concepts. It would be helpful to specify whether the focus is on a particular science subject like biology, physics, or chemistry. I think this is broad across all core sciences. So next objectives is to determine the impact of reading comprehension difficulties on students' academic performance in core science subject. So these objectives adds an important aspect by linking reading comprehension challenges with academic outcomes. So by understanding this relationship could provide insights into how reading comprehension difficulties affect students' ability to succeed in science courses. So it would be interesting to explore whether students with poor reading comprehension skills also perform poorly on assessments in practical application of science. So next, the third objectives of this research is to explore possible factors contributing to reading comprehension difficulties in core science subjects. So this is a valuable objective as it seeks to uncover underlying causes. Factors could range from the student's reading habits, language proficiency, learning environment, and teaching methods to the complexity of the textbooks or study materials used in school. By understanding these factors could lead to more targeted interventions. The fourth and last objectives of this study is to suggest interventions or strategies to improve reading comprehension in core science subjects. So this is a practical objective that aims to provide solution. Based on the findings from the previous objectives, this part of the research would offer recommendations for teachers, schools, or even policymakers to help improve students' reading comprehension skills in science. So it might be beneficial to explore strategies such as differentiated instruction, the use of graphic organizers, or interactive reading strategies. So that's the objectives of these studies. Now, to give feedback of these studies, we have first the context and scope. So it is important to ensure that the study focuses especially on the students in the private school in Calamba City. So this provides a specific context. The findings may not necessarily be generalizable to other regions or types of schools. By clarifying the limitation of the study in this regard will be helpful. Alright, next we have the research methodology. So consider specifying the research methodology. We have the qualitative, quantitative, or mixed method. So it would be helpful to state how reading comprehension's difficulties will be assessed, whether through tests, surveys, interviews, or classroom observation. So the methodologies should also align with the objectives of the study. So another feedback of this research is the broader implications. So it highlights how the findings from this research might be useful not only to teachers and students, but also to curriculum developers and school administrators. So by providing recommendations for curricular changes or teaching strategies that could address the reading difficulties would be a valuable outcome. So another feedback to consider of this study is the theoretical framework. It considered grounding the study in relevant reading comprehension theories or models such as schema, theory, or the transactional model of reading. So this could help explain how students process and make sense of scientific text. So another feedback to consider of this research is the broader impact. It highlights how your findings could inform future instructional practices for science teachers. So especially regarding ways to support students in improving their reading comprehension skills. So this research is highly valuable and has the potential to contribute meaningful insights to the education community. A clearer definition of the types of reading difficulties, more specificity in terms of methodology, and a focus on potential interventions would further strengthen the study. Additionally, by exploring the underlying causes of these difficulties, as well as the impact they have on academic performance, could provide a more holistic understanding of the issue. So that's all, and thank you.